ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's now offers coffee subscriptions. You can order a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You can choose from 3 collections, the Flavored Coffee Collection, the Roastmasters Collection, or the Disney Signature Coffee Collection. Each collection includes 3 bags per month. With the Joffrey's Coffee subscriptions, never run out of great coffee again. Learn more and order at Joffreys.com. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. This is episode 802, but this might sound familiar to you. We're actually going to do a little Encore episode today, which may or may not have anything to do with my hot water heater leaking a ton of water and having to clean up, replace, put it in, then having it be broken. Had to take it back out, get a different one, put that one back in. And I think I've got that underway, but we got carpet coming. What we're going to do is I'm going to take this time, since the Resort Loop studios have been mildly taken apart at the time being, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to relocate the studio, make a few upgrades there, keep going forward. But since I had to take everything mildly apart anyway, let's just I don't want to say start over from the ground up, but we're going to do some retooling of the studio and keep moving forward. But today, before we go on, I want to encourage everyone, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, please take the 2021 ResortLoop.com listener survey. You can find that at the website, or you can go to ResortLoop.com/survey. That'll take you right there. I just have some questions over there I'd like to get everybody's input on. So it's actually kind of good timing. So I've got some, the input I've gotten so far has been very interesting and kind of eye-opening for me. So I really appreciate that a whole bunch. And I'm going to keep like I said, we're going to redo the studio. We're going to maybe redo a couple things going forward based on your input. And purposefully, so far, I have not put it out on social media about the survey because I want the hardcore listeners that just really listen to the show to take the survey. I'll probably let that out there for a few more days, and then I'm going to actually start posting it into our Facebook group and that kind of thing. So again, ResortLoop.com/survey if you'd like to help us out. Anyway, for the show, we're going back to April of 2014. I still can't believe we were doing shows in 2014. This is actually episode, I believe it was 114 of the show. This is where we had, Bob's on the show, of course, and Mr. Rod Wheaton, good friend of the show, joins us. And we're going to talk about remove, rewind, or refurb with Adventureland. So I figured with the little changes going on at the Jungle Cruise, this might be a good time to kind of revisit the Adventureland side of things. Plus, I just love Adventureland. I love the music back in there, the kind of the drums, the whole ambiance, or some would say the ambiance of Adventureland. So once again, here's the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody listening. I'd say you've been listening to the Gateway to the Magic, but I'll actually say that at the end of the next show coming up. Before I roll it, once again, if you're thinking of moving to Orlando, and trust me, if you're thinking of moving closer to Disney, and after having to deal with a water heater, don't think it wasn't crossing my mind. Check out our good friend Victor Nawraki's site at DisneyAtYourDoorsteps.com. He'd be happy to help you find the location. Tim, roll that beautiful show footage.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While your group is together, now is a great opportunity to pick a time and place to meet should you become separated in the park.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is a very exciting episode. This is episode 113. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And this is ResortLoop.com.
And let's just jump into this because you said there's something going on today. What are we going to talk about today, Tim?
Today is one of our favorite shows on ResortLoop.com. It is...
What?
I know. Are you ready, standing by? Don't get nervous on me.
I may hang up on you. What?
It's remove, rewind, or refurb. Yes. Woo! And joining us for episode 113 of the RRR show, which will fit in later, is our good friend of the show, Mr. Rod Wheaton. Rod.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. I cannot tell you how much I love this game.
Oh.
and I've learned the trick because I've listened to you guys play it a couple of times, and I know the best way to beat the buzzer is just say the opposite of anything Bob says.
There you go. There you go. You are a smart man. Well, before we get started, of course, we got to let everybody know who Rod is. If you don't know by now, I'm sure many of you already listened to his show. Rod is the host of the WDW Mousinger podcast and has been doing a fantastic blog over at WDWMousinger.com for how long, Rod?
Well, it's been about just a little over a year, surprisingly, because I've been doing things with the Disney community for a while. I've been a writer for Celebrations magazine for a couple of years, and so I got to know a lot of people like that. And then, some other things that I've been doing with the different running teams for charity with the Run Disney events. And I'm a Disney geek through and through. I mean, that's what I say on my podcast. I'm a Disney geek. So I started just kind of writing on a lark, and that turned into a blog. And then that kind of, it really picked up steam, met a lot of great people. And I wound up starting the podcast too. So it's been just a lot of fun. I love doing it.
And it's a great podcast, guys.
It is, absolutely.
We do a little bit different podcast. Rod actually gives you real information. So
So if you want real hard data, you would go over to Rod's show.
Absolutely. Some great background, especially on the camping. He loves camping.
Hey, my favorite place in all Walt Disney World, Fort Wilderness Campground. As a matter of fact, I'll be writing, coming up next month, I'm starting to write for mouseplanet.com also, if you're familiar with the website. And we're starting off, I'm doing a 5-part mini-series on camping at Walt Disney World. So if anybody who listens likes going camping or has ever entertained the idea, I'll be hitting it from front to back and everything in between. But I think, Tim, you grew up camping at Walt Disney World too, didn't you? We
did. We did it every year in July for 2 weeks. We would do the 2-week vacation.
I don't even do that.
Ouch.
But I will say we had an air conditioner.
You know what? Yeah. And the funny thing is, I live in Northern Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. The times I've been in Florida in July, the last 3 times I've been there in the summertime, it's actually been hotter in D.C. than it was in Florida. So it's not too bad, especially if you're camping in an RV and you've got an air conditioner, so you're good.
Yeah, as long as you can sleep at night comfortably, you're good to go.
Yeah, I was at the last time we were talking, I think it was you and I had messaged back and forth. Tim, you remember the old Fort Wilderness Railroad and some of the great stuff that was over there. I've got a friend who's down there right now, Dominic. He usually travels with me, and he has an RV, and we go camping every year together. We usually go during the Wine and Food Festival. But he's staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and he's got the Savannah view. So, he kind of went high-end on this. Mm-hmm. He called me yesterday. He said, I got to tell you, I prefer the RV in Fort Wilderness.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a whole different world over there.
It is. It's relaxing. You got that kind of community feel because everybody's sitting outside and hanging out. They've got their lights out, their personal decorations up. It's really a unique kind of feeling. So, you're right. You're right. You mentioned Fort Wilderness, and I just, there goes my mouth, chatter.
Oh, that's fine. But it is really one of the best kept secrets of Disney World, honestly.
Yeah, so maybe we should tell your listeners, don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
because, we want to keep it that way.
Exactly.
Now that I know, I'm still not going to be able to afford an RV. So. I would love to do that. That would be a lot of fun, I'm sure. I just,
Well, I thought we were going to be there at the same time. You were thinking about going there in November and doing the run. And
right.
I was going to say, hey, come by and stop back, and we'll have a mojito out on the front deck of the RV. But now I understand you're heading there in June.
I don't know what a mojito is. If that's a come on, that's fine. Before this gets out of hand, though, Tim, maybe we should start.
Oh, of course.
The show. We're gonna just let everybody know we are gonna have another show with Rod on it, and that's pretty much what we're gonna talk about.
Right.
Is the camping and
the mojitos are those bugs that fly around and make you itch.
Those mojitos.
Yes.
Is that what those
That's
are?
What those are.
I hate those things.
I know.
Yeah, they spray for those every spring.
So do we have an open for this?
We do. I'm going to start it right now. Are you ready? Here it comes.
Here we go.
It's time for Remove, Rewind, or Refurb. And today, the area in question is Adventureland in the Magic Kingdom.
Dun, dun.
Exactly.
That ties in your pirate theme. Okay.
R. See where I was going? The RRR show?
No.
Well,
I like it.
Would.
Can we stop for a Dole Whip while we're walking through?
I think we might need to.
Uh-oh.
And we're going over the arches. We're listening to the music.
Oh,
isn't it very nice?
That is very nice.
And we're coming to the Swiss Family Treehouse, gentlemen.
Ooh.
Look, I'm going to our guest first, Rod Wheaton. What do you do, Rod? Do you remove it, get rid of it, rewind it to a previous incarnation, if you can, Or do you refurb it?
You know what? I can't go, Bob. You wouldn't say remove, right? Because I know I got to go opposite.
Oh no! The first one you gotta roll the dice, baby.
Okay, well, this is one of the I'm going right on record. I know it's simple. I know it's a little kitschy, but I love Swiss Family Treehouse, and I think it's like every kid's dream. From the time I was a little kid going there, I loved going and dreaming. This is like the ultimate backyard treehouse. I wanted to sneak into Disney World and live secretly in the Swiss Family Treehouse. I thought it'd be like the coolest thing in the world. And I was 8, so don't judge. But I thought that would be really cool. But I did not like it when they redid it to match the Tarzan theme. So I think I would want to rewind to its original, which has been partly restored, but I would want to rewind and go as it was in the original when it was modeled after the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse.
Very nice.
I am going to say I'm going to agree with Rod. I like the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse as well. I love it. Leave it alone. I'm with Rod on this. Tim?
Bob?
Now you got to buzz both of us. Go ahead.
I am going to buzz both of you, but not at this time because you were both correct.
Woo!
You, of course,
right.
return it to its original incarnation of the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse.
You just did that because Rod said. I know.
No, you know. He brings a little class to the show. He's bringing us some class.
He is. Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right.
We're forging forward. We're coming to one of your favorite rides, Bob, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I am removing that.
You're removing
it. It's it's just not been. It's tough to load that sucker and get people on and off quickly. Don't know what I'd put in there, but I'm gonna remove it.
Okay, Mr. Wheaton.
All right. I'm going with Refurb because I like the ride. But now, those camels that, they spit water out?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. They've got a cast member that part of the time runs that and is watching, and he'll catch people right there. And if it's a particularly playful cast member, they'll spit that camel out and hit these passersby. The kid in me, I want control of that.
Oh, okay.
So I want the ability I want to control the camel, and I want his head to swivel so that I can take aim not only at, in a fun way, at passersby who look like they use a cool down, or maybe even hit a few of the riders.
Ooh.
I like that. That's very clever.
I do like that.
So I'm going with Refurb.
That is very well thought out. Unfortunately, Rod, you are incorrect.
Yes!
Bob has the correct answer.
Bob and everything.
It is to remove it. We want our space back so we get a nice clean view of the Sunshine Tree Terrace.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. More seating for eating. Seating for eating.
That's right. That way there's a room to have a gang fight between the Citrus Swirl people and the Dole Whip people.
Ooh.
Yeah,
like
I'm firmly in the Dole Whip camp. I'm going to say, yep, I'm on board.
All right.
Like the Sharks and the Jets.
Oh, I love the Jets.
You're a Jet for life. You're a Dole Whip. You're a Dole Whip for life.
There you go.
Oh, now that I've officially offended Rod, we are going to move on. To the
That's it. I don't want to play anymore. No,
That's right. If you guys can't play nice, we're on our way to the Enchanted Tiki Room. We're going to start off with Rod this time.
All right.
Rod, what do? Do you remove it, rewind it, or refurb it? This is tough.
Now that, wow. Can Bob go first? No. Wow. That's a tough one. I'll tell you what, I'm very glad they got rid of the under new management. I think just about every Disney fan is thrilled that the under new management with Iago, that's gone and gone back to the Tiki Birds. I can't say remove because I used part of the Tiki Birds in my opening my show.
You don't want to re-edit.
So, no. So I guess that leaves me with, I would love to maybe refurb it bring in a few new characters, maybe add in some of the stuff, animatronics from more recent Disney movies. I'd love to see maybe some of the elements from some of the other animals brought in, but refurb, I would never remove it, but I think it's time for a little bit of an update, maybe a little bit of plussing up that experience with some new added features.
Very nice.
I agree with that. I think it needs to be refurbed. The last time we were there, it just needed a touch-up. It needed to be freshened up a little bit. Some of the tikis weren't singing anymore, and some of the birds are a little bit stiff. So, yeah, I think a refurb would be fantastic for that.
Gentlemen, I have my finger on the buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do it. You are both correct. It is an original. We just need to refurb it a little bit.
Absolutely.
Maybe add a couple new songs to it.
All right, Bob, we're doing pretty good.
You are doing well.
I have not been buzzed yet. I just want that to go on the record. How about that?
I've been buzzed once, but I figured I was safe here because I knew there's no way Tim Scott, as a Disney fan, as a Walt Disney World lover, I knew there's no way he could hit the remove button on something Walt Disney himself had a hand in designing.
Exactly right. And which is why I could not rewind it to the previous incarnation before the reincarnation. Go to the new management.
That was painful.
Rod knows me well.
Yeah, the under new management, I'm with Bob and a lot of other people. That under new management just hurt.
Yeah.
It just hurt to watch.
Excellent. It's not going to get any easier, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Because now we're at the Jungle Cruise. Now we're going to start off with Bob. Bob, what do you do? Remove, rewind, or refurb?
There's no rewind. I mean, it's the original. It's what it is.
Yes.
You just same thing. You got to refurb it. You can't. You certainly can't remove that thing. It's too much of an icon. You can't remove that.
Oh, it is an icon.
Yeah. So we're just going to do a refurb. We're going to clean some stuff up. Maybe have the headhunters fire real darts. That might be fun. Tim's the one who wants to put guns on, the Empress Lily, for goodness sakes. We might as well.
Hey, you get a whole new set of fans from the teen subset, all the teenage boys.
There you go. There you go. So, yeah, I'm going refurb.
All right, Bob's refurbing. Mr. Wheaton, what are you doing?
I agree. There's no way I'd remove it. I got to say, though, I will say one thing. If you were to hit rewind, there is one. You remember years ago when you took the Jungle Cruise, they played it straight. Now they've kind of turned it into kind of, like you're in on the joke kind of thing, because now it's a lot of comedy and jokes that are made. But if you remember, 25, 30 years ago, they actually kind of played it straight, like this was really a Jungle Cruise, and there was no real humor in it per se. Except for getting the point in the end with the rhinoceros and the guys on the pole. Right. But if you remember that was kind of played straight. Now they do it a little more comic-y. They kind of play to the whole kitschy feel of it.
A lot of shtick.
And, I got to say, I love the Jungle Cruise, especially at night. But I'm with Bob. I wouldn't change much, except maybe some of those animatronics, they're looking like maybe they don't move much more than one of the plush animals in the stores on Main Street. I think they could stand to be moved or refurbed so that they, do a little bit more. Bob, I think that's a really interesting idea, having the natives fire real guns. It would definitely, juice up that experience a lot.
Arm everybody.
That's right.
That's my simple answer after all that long-winded explanation. Yes, going with refurb.
All right, well, gentlemen, you could refurb it. You are both incorrect.
What? What is? Come on.
Incorrect. The correct answer is, of course, to remove it.
What?
You're sending it over to the animal kingdom.
Heretic.
And you're opening a whole bunch of room for new things in Adventureland. Gentlemen, I am sorry.
It's with DVC.
That's right. It's the Adventureland DV. That's brilliant, Rod.
Hey, wait a minute.
Remember, that's our copyright. You said it on our show. We'll give you a sweet room for a day. Just a one roomer. We don't have that much.
See, he's out of control with the buzzer.
Give some people a little power.
That's right.
Oh, man. All right. Let's go to another icon, shall we?
Exactly. collect ourselves, gentlemen. We got to bring it in.
Are we going to wreck that too? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Man.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, this is real tough.
I call them Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's your call.
Well, I'm a little further in the center of Ohio.
That's true.
we have different vernacular over here. All right, gentlemen, Pirates of the Caribbean. Rewind, remove, or refurb. Let's start with Mr. Wheaton. Rod, what do you do?
All right. This is perfect timing. Scott Parker and I actually just addressed this exact question on the show 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to say rewind. And here's why.
Ooh.
They've added Johnny Depp and, they brought in some of the movie elements. Okay. And that's all pretty neat. And the Johnny Depp audio animatronic, he is amazing. My daughter loves Johnny Depp, but now I'm yanking them out, putting them back, and I'm going back to rewind it to the original. Here's one of the reasons that we talked about on the show the other day. They have made that ride very politically correct, but you guys probably remember the original.
Oh, yeah.
It was pirates chasing the women around the square.
Yes.
And now they've changed it so the women are chasing the pirates and beating them with brooms and things like that. Ex Atencio, who was one of the original Imagineers who designed that ride, did not want them to change it just to make it more politically correct. He said, hey, these are Pirates of the Caribbean, not Boy Scouts of the Caribbean. They're pirates. They're supposed to behave like pirates. So I got to say, yep, I'm going with rewind, going with the original. That was put in by the Imagineers with the pirates acting like pirates and no Johnny Depp.
Oh, I like that. Bob, what do you say?
I am going to disagree. I'm going to refurb it to add a little bit more to it and have it be more like the Pirates of the Caribbean in beautiful Disneyland. It's a lot longer ride. There's a lot more fire scenes. It's just a more involved ride, and that's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, that's a good answer.
That was a good answer.
That's a good answer.
But Rod, you and I both know he's incorrect. Because you nailed it, Rod. I was thinking
good. I meant good attempt.
Exactly. Rod, I agree with you for the exact reason you were saying. The pirates chasing the women. While you said Johnny Depp is great, he doesn't really add anything to the attraction other than tying it into the movies. So
agreed.
Bob, you are incorrect.
You know what? I'm over being buzzed on the treehouse now, Tim. I'm totally over it.
I thought you would
I'm
be.
with you now.
I thought you would be. Exactly. This is how we play remove, rewind, and refurb.
All right. I knew I couldn't get through. I knew.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Excellent. Well, Rod, thank you for joining us for the show. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love this show. I love your podcast. I really do. I messaged you a while back, Tim. I look forward to checking my podcast app every morning on the phone to see, okay, have the guys added a new one? I'm not just saying it because I beat Bob on the show.
Right.
But I mean it when I say, honestly, guys, you are absolutely one of my very, very favorite podcasts. I listen to a lot of Disney podcasts. You guys are my favorites. And a big reason why is because, there's some that are out there that give news, and that's okay. There's some that talk about, endlessly about what the company's doing with this or that. What I love about your show, you guys are two fathers who just like Disney. You've got kids. I've got kids. We talk about the same things. We enjoy the same things. And when I listen to you guys on the show, I really feel like I'm just hanging out with a couple of friends who like Disney and enjoy talking about it. And it's what I think, in my opinion, makes your show great. And I look forward to it every week.
All right. Thank you very much. Same with you. I really enjoy your show a lot. I really enjoy family-friendly Disney podcasts myself as well.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely. Don't forget to catch Rod at wdwmousinger.com and check out his podcast, WDW Mousinger. It's a fantastic one as well.
Yeah, Rod, we'll have to have you on the show again sometime real soon, too, okay?
Yeah, I would love it.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, I'm Tim Scott. You can join me on Twitter. I'm ResortLoop.Tim. You can find us on the website, ResortLoop.com.
I'm Bob Collar at ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter. And don't forget Facebook.com/ResortLoop and rate us on iTunes. Where else can they listen, Tim?
You can always listen to us on the Stitcher,
the official coffee of ResortLoop.com.
Wow, love it.
Yeah, that was supposed to be part of the refurb for the treehouse. Joffrey's Coffee.
Too late, Rod. Too late. Let it go. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
Nice try, Rod. Nice try. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoop.com.